Here's a condensed 10-minute version with 10 products following the same structure and tone. 10 baby products Pediatricians. Wish you'd stop buying? The American Academy of Pediatrics has called for a complete ban on one of the most popular baby products in America. Not a warning, a ban, and it's probably sitting in a garage near you right now. But here's what's really wild. It's just one of 10 products parents buy thinking they're helping when they're actually creating delays that show up months or even years later. And number 7 on this list, it's marketed as educational, it's in millions of homes, and pediatricians are begging parents to throw it out. By the end of this video, you'll look at your baby's nursery completely differently. Not because you're a bad parent, but because nobody's telling you what these products actually do to developing bodies and brains. Number 1. Baby walkers. Here's what the research shows, and this isn't debatable. A study of 190 infants found babies who used walkers walked 3 to 4 weeks later than babies who didn't. They also scored measurably lower on developmental assessments. But it gets worse. When a baby's in a walker, they're not learning to walk. They're learning a completely different movement pattern. They're pushing off with their toes and rolling. No balance required, no core strength needed, no problem solving about weight shifting. And here's what parents don't realize. All that floor time, the struggling, the wobbling, the falling, that's not frustration. That's their nervous system building neural pathways for independent movement. The walker skips all of it. Now add the safety issue. Walkers give babies mobility before they have judgment. Suddenly, your 8-month-old can reach the stairs, the stove, the table with hot coffee. The op said, this product shouldn't exist. Yet it's still sold everywhere. What actually works? Floor play, hold their hands and let them walk with you. Get them a sturdy push toy. Your baby will walk when their body's ready, and they'll do it better without the walker. Number 2, Bumbo seats. Quick question, how many of you have seen those molded foam seats that hold babies upright before they can sit independently? Here's what nobody tells you. Sitting isn't something you teach. It's something that develops from the inside out. When babies spend time on their tummies rolling, pushing up, they're building the deep core muscles that eventually make sitting possible. But when we prop them up artificially, we're putting pressure on a spine that isn't ready. Imagine someone locked you into a position you didn't have the strength to hold and walked away. That's what these seats do. The fix? Floor time. Let your baby figure out sitting the way nature designed. They'll earn it. Number 3, screens and baby videos. Deep breath because I know this one's controversial. Here's what peer-reviewed studies show. For babies under 2, screens don't teach. They delay language and social development. But my baby loves watching videos. They're so focused. Exactly. That's the problem. Your baby's eyes track the bright colors. Their attention is hijacked. But that's not learning. Babies learn language from back and forth human interaction. They need to babble and have you respond. They need to point at something and hear you name it. They need to watch your face change expression. Videos can't do that. Plus, that rapid-fire stimulation makes real life seem boring by comparison. Real conversations are slower. Real play is quieter. And babies start craving that intense stimulation. Every minute in front of a screen is a minute not spent in the kind of interaction that actually builds language. What to do when you need a break? Create a safe play space where your baby can explore toys independently. Talk to them while you cook. I'm cutting the carrots now. Hear that crunching sound? It feels silly. It's language gold. Number 4, noisy flashing toys. Let's talk about toys that light up, play music, and basically perform for your child. These toys don't nurture curiosity, they demand it. Watch what happens. The toy makes the noise. The toy performs the action. Your child becomes an audience member, not a creator. Now watch what happens with simple toys blocks, wooden spoons, cardboard boxes. Suddenly your child has to imagine what it becomes. They create the storyline. That's where executive function develops. That's problem solving in real time. Simple toys are naturally calming. There's no competing for attention. You might be surprised to find the $50 light-up toy sits in the corner while they spend an hour with the box it came in. That's your child's brain craving the open-ended play it needs. Number 5, infant sleep positioners. Okay, pause. This is the one product on this list that genuinely scares me. Infant sleep positioners, cushion sleep pods, those cozy-looking nests that promise better sleep? The American Academy of Pediatrics is crystal clear. Babies should sleep on a firm, flat surface with nothing else in the crib. Soft surfaces restrict natural movement and increase suffocation risk. But there's also the developmental impact. When babies sleep on firm surfaces, they naturally move during sleep, turning their heads, shifting weight. Those small movements strengthen muscles and develop motor skills. Cushion pods restrict all of that. But what about flat spots on their head? The solution isn't a positioner, it's more tummy time when awake and varying the direction they face in the crib. Bottom line, a firm, bare crib is a safe crib. Use a fitted sheet, a wearable blanket, and nothing else. Number 6, automatic swings and bouncers. Look, I understand. When you're holding a crying baby for the third hour straight, a swing that can take over feels like answered prayer. But here's what we trade away: attunement. Attunement is when you learn your baby's rhythms, when you figure out that your baby calms with a specific swaying motion or humming sound. That learning goes both ways. Your baby is learning your rhythm too, how you hold them, your scent, your heartbeat. That's how secure attachment forms. When a machine does the soothing, that reciprocal learning doesn't happen. Babies become dependent on mechanical motion. Here's the thing about human soothing: it's irregular. Your breathing changes. Your swaying isn't perfectly rhythmic. That variability helps babies learn to regulate their own systems. If you're using a swing for a 5-minute break, reasonable. But if it becomes the primary way your baby falls asleep, we're creating a dependency. Your presence is more powerful than any machine. Number 7, educational baby apps. But this app teaches letters and numbers. No, it teaches screen dependency disguised as learning. For babies and toddlers, education happens through 3-dimensional exploration. They need to stack blocks and watch them fall. They need to pour water and see it splash. They need to touch textures and manipulate objects. Apps offer 2-dimensional tapping with instant rewards. It's stimulating, but it's not learning. It's training them to expect immediate gratification without physical effort. Plus, apps interrupt the sustained attention needed for real learning. Babies need long stretches of focused play. Apps condition them for constant switching between activities. Real learning is messier, slower, and infinitely more valuable. Number 8, sippy cups with valves. Sippy cups seem genius. No spills, no mess. But here's what speech therapists know: those valves require sucking, not sipping. This keeps babies using the same oral motor pattern as bottles, which can delay speech development and cause dental issues. When babies drink from an open cup or a straw, they're using different tongue and lip movements that strengthen the muscles needed for clear speech. Yes, they'll spill. Put down a towel. The speech development is worth it. Start with tiny amounts in a small open cup. Hold it with them at first. They'll get it faster than you think. Number 9, crib bumpers. They look cozy, they match the nursery theme, and they're dangerous. The app is clear. Crib bumpers increase suffocation risk. Babies can get their faces pressed against them and struggle to breathe. But my baby hits their head on the crib bars. Babies are designed to handle that. Their skulls are built for minor bumps. What they're not designed for is restricted airflow. A bare crib looks stark, but it's what keeps your baby safest. Number 10, food pouches. Food pouches are everywhere. No mess, no prep, easy to travel with. For occasional use, they're fine. But when pouches become the primary way a child eats, we rob them of crucial developmental experiences. Self-feeding teaches babies to use their hands with different textures. They develop fine motor skills bringing food to their mouth. They strengthen oral muscles needed for chewing and eventually clear speech. They learn about food through all their senses. When everything comes from a pouch, that sensory exploration doesn't happen. Food becomes uniform, smooth, requiring no chewing, no manipulation, no discovery. Plus, pouches keep children dependent. Even toddlers who could be using utensils stay on pouches because it's easier. That mess? It's learning. Those smashed peas are your baby figuring out cause and effect. That banana in their hair is sensory exploration and fine motor practice. Put a mat under the high chair. Dress them in clothes you don't care about. The mess is temporary. The skills they're building last forever. Here's what's wild. Every single one of these products was invented in the last 40 years. Meaning millions of babies, including your parents, your grandparents, developed just fine without any of them. The baby product industry is a $67 billion industry, and they're very good at making you think you need these things. But remember, these delays don't announce themselves. You don't get a notification that your baby's core strength isn't developing. It just happens slowly, invisibly, until suddenly you're at the 18-month checkup and the pediatrician is asking questions you weren't expecting. Real development happens through movement, connection, touch, exploration, and time. It happens on the floor, in your arms, with simple toys, through messy meals. You don't need every trending product. What you need is to trust the process. Here's what I want you to do. Tonight, after you put your baby down, take 5 minutes. Walk through your home and ask yourself one question. Is this product doing something my baby should be learning to do themselves? That's it. One question. It will change everything. Drop a comment and tell me which product surprised you most. And if this video changed how you see these products, share it with another parent. Your presence, your patience, your willingness to let development unfold at its own pace, that's more powerful than anything money can buy.